Everyone, welcome back to Let Them Be Little Nursery. Thought I would hop on. It's been a minute since we've made a video. I'm not in the best setup tonight here in the bedroom, but like I've said before, I really like the lighting in here. It's kind of better than the nursery. In this old farmhouse, the nursery just kind of has a yellow tint to it. But here tonight, just been cooking all day. It's the day before Thanksgiving, so been in the kitchen most of the day, and I thought, oh, I'll come and enjoy some time with my dolls. It's been a minute since I've had this sculpt on, so I thought that I'd put him on the channel so that everybody could see him again. Oh, here you go, big guy. He is the Kimmy Sculpt. His sculpting artist is Alejandra de Zuniga, and I apologize. I'm sure that I did not say that correctly, but you'll be able to look it up by that. He is the Kimmy Sculpt. He was painted by the very talented Tona Love. So just like sharing him, he's just such a beautiful boy. Good weight, easy to hold. I absolutely love him. Just kind of talking about my collection a little bit, guys. I'm really struggling with what I like. I thought that I could convert to vinyls. I even got a vinyl like newborn size, like Kimmy size, weighted, beautiful doll. I don't connect with them, and I know that I can't change the silicones like I do the vinyl, but I'm just connecting to them. Kind of regretting rehoming, adopting out Emerson. I really wish that I would have just kept the two silicones. And I know I'm waxing and waning. I'm getting so frustrated with myself. But I bought the vinyl toddlers, which I love, beautiful dolls. But I found that with my history of a neck injury and surgery, I'm not able to move them around. I get to hurting, like physical pain, when I mess with them. So my goal of being able to mess with them more didn't work out. Because they hurt me. Now the newborn size or the baby size vinyl, it doesn't hurt me. It's just the bonding factor with that doll. So I'm thinking that I'm gonna have to adopt out the vinyl toddlers that I just got. And I've got to settle. Fortunately, I've not really taken too big a hit on any of my dolls. I mean, there is some, the silicones mostly, trying to adopt those out. And so I did take a hit on those. And I kind of, like I said, I regret rehoming or adopting out Emerson for sure. But live and learn. That's all that I can say about that, is live and learn as far as my collecting goes. So I have decided that silicone is going to be the way for me. Our videos, I probably just won't be able to change them as often, but we can still get on here and talk like we are tonight with the Kimmy Sculpt. I do think that I may have settled on a name for him. I know that I've been back and forth and mentioned several. I do want George in his name just because I got him around the time my grandpa was so ill, and then my grandpa passed away. So I do want to make sure that I include George in his name. But I think I'm going to go with Sutton George. I just think it fits him. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I still, his sculpt is Kimmy, so I call him Kimmy a lot too. But Sutton George, I believe, is going to be his name. And I may call him George or I may call him Sutton, but I think that's going to be his name. But as far as the toddlers go, can you see the Sandy sculpt back there in the background? She's beautiful. She, I think, is a size that I can keep because I can still lay her on my lap like this and mess with her, and she doesn't bother my neck like the bigger ones do, because the bigger ones I constantly have to shift them and move them and stand up and maneuver around. I don't have the best setup for that. Sitting on the ground hurts me. I don't know if it's the hardness of the ground. I don't know what it is, but it hurts me. Even with this doll, if I were to sit on the ground with him, it would hurt. But the Sandy sculpt back there that I call Andy in my collection, she's going to stay with me. So I'll still have a toddler size. She's just going to be a smaller toddler size. She wears 6 to 9 month clothing, some 12-month clothing, to just give you an idea of her size. So fortunately, I'm not going to have to adopt out all of them. I'll be able to keep that size and potentially collect another doll or two that are the same size as her, because that's a size that I can manage. And then my silicones, I believe, have a custom coming oddly enough, I'm a little bit worried and concerned about it. Just there was a Facebook site and I had been communicating and making payments and all of that. And then the Facebook site went away. Did contact the artist via email. I'm still feeling pretty good about it, but with all the scamming and stuff that's going on, it just makes you, I don't know, it just makes you concerned. So hopefully, I still have a custom silicone coming as well. I really hope so, because if not, that'll be a really big hit to my collecting budget. But anyway, I'm still in love with this sculpt. I mean, and I'm not even gonna lie, I've been having such a difficult time. I've even thought of adopting him out a time or two. I don't know what's going on with me. I'm not sure why I'm feeling the way that I feel. But then I get to messing with him and holding him, and I'm like, okay, yeah, no, that's not what I want to do. He's definitely the boy for me. Very sweet. I was going to, with the custom that I'm gonna be getting, hopefully, I was gonna do blonde hair on the custom, but now I'm kind of thinking, just because I do have the two blondies in my collection, and if I adopt out my toddlers, then these are going to be my only two dolls for a little bit. So if I do that, I may go darker on the custom. I was thinking blonde, like little Kimmy here, but see, I called him Kimmy, like Sutton. But I'll have to wait and see what the doll looks like when it's painted and everything like that. Because I'm gonna err on the side of optimism and say that artist just had some bad luck and everything's gonna be fine and gonna get the custom the way that I anticipate. And I'll share with you all if that doesn't happen, because it'll be very unfortunate, and I won't want anybody else to experience that if it is a negative outcome. But anyway, I hope everybody's having a good night. One of my favorite things about this doll, let me show you real quick. His little toes, all of his toes are separate. So a lot of the silicones, some of the toes will be bound together, but his are all separate. I don't know why I like that so much, but I just really do. I think that that's just something special about him. There's probably other sculpts too. I know that one of the sculpts that I have kind of had an eye on, I'm not going to be able to get just because budget wise, is the Emily sculpt. I think by DMH Studios, Doris Moyers Hornbogen. That doll's beautiful, and I think that that's the only reason that I've ever even contemplated maybe rehoming Sutton. But I don't think that that's going to be something that I do, just because of his size and he's just so nice to cuddle, and I bonded with him. He reminds me of my youngest son. And like I said, I think I'm just in that flux period where I'm frustrated because of the toddlers, because I really thought that was going to be the way to go, and I was going to be able to share and put them on my channel and have some interactions. I was even thinking like role play and things like that, because I do enjoy those videos some, but I'm just not going to be able to do it because physically I can't. I did one video and I was in so much pain. I was like, oh my goodness, this isn't going to work. So unfortunately, that's not going to be a direction that I can take my collecting. But it's okay. I still have Sutton, and I have little Andy back there. And once I'm able to adopt out, I'll probably adopt out my vinyl toddlers. I'll probably use that budget and maybe get me another silicone. Is kind of what I'm thinking. In addition to the custom, because I'm not even sure that custom's going to show up. So there's that. But hope everybody that's interested is maybe gaining something from the channel and my experience. I would say definitely, if you're like me and you've had any kind of like neck surgery or anything, I definitely try to hold those bigger toddlers. Even like I said before, even if their weight's okay, because I think that one of them, the biggest one, who is supposed to be like a 6-year-old size. Even my husband, I was messing with her the other day, carrying around. He goes, "That looks like a 10-year-old kid." So they're very. She weighs 12 pounds, I think. I want to say it was 12 pounds, so it doesn't sound like that much, but just in the way that you're carrying it around, it makes it difficult. Because like I said, this big guy, he's almost, I think, 9.5 pounds, close to it, but he doesn't bother me in that way. But I still enjoy the dolls. I think that I've heard other people say that maybe it's normal to kind of go through a phase where you're, I don't know, just struggling a little bit with collecting and that kind of stuff. Oh, I see a fuzzy. I'm so distracted on his little outfit. But anyway, I don't know if anybody else has any thoughts, has had the same type of concerns with collecting and things like that. Feel free to comment, because I do try to read the comments. I don't know that I do it daily. I'm not going to say that I do that because so many other things going on, and especially not tomorrow. But certainly shoot me a comment in there if you struggled with some of the same things in your collecting. Previously I'd had dolls that I'd had for a long time, but I'm just, I don't know, like I said, struggling right now with which ones for the collection. But these two, very, very happy. Unexpected with the Sandy sculpt. Like, she, and I don't know, I don't know if you can really tell in this particular video because she's so far away, but she is just so authentic and real looking. She's just, and then you touch her little head and it feels like you're touching a toddler's head. Her hair's so soft. It's mohair. It's not human hair. I know that the older ones have human hair and hers isn't, but it's just so soft. I just really enjoy it, and very manageable. I like that part too. My oldest toddler, I think that I shared her on here, the Chris sculpt, beautiful, but her hair's just not real easy to manage. So there is that. All right, well, I'm kind of rambling, so I won't keep you on there. Oh, I did want to share this. Look at these. I got this off of eBay. I thought it was so cute, the little vintage looking bottle. Unfortunately, I couldn't find the darker nipple that I wanted, but I still think that it turns out super cute. And he takes a bottle really easily. He's got a nice big mouth, so you can put it in there pretty easy, which I think is so cute. I just like this size. I remember being the oldest, my baby sister had similar bottles to this when she was little. I remember her having those and coming home from the hospital with their, the formula bottle. Anyway, just something I wanted to share. I thought that was really neat. And then look at this little guy. I got it for setting the other day. Actually got it at a thrift store, but I just thought he was super cute. He's just the right size for these little babies. But all right, everybody, I have rambled enough for this Thanksgiving Eve. I hope everybody has just a terrific Thanksgiving and is thankful for so many things. I know that I am. But I want everybody to have a happy Thanksgiving. Have a great night, and we'll see you next time at Let Them Be Little. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. Thanks, everyone.